Does Jesus keep his promises? This is Father Jonathan Meyer, and my dear brothers and sisters, we are getting close to the end of this consecration. And a question we just need to ask, does Jesus keep his promises? Some of you have heard the question by C.S. Lewis. Jesus is either a lunatic, a liar, or he's the Lord. He has to be one of them. He's either a lunatic because he said that he was God, but he wasn't, so he was crazy. He's a liar because he said that he was God, and he knew that he wasn't, so he was lying to people, which makes him a really evil man. Or he actually is God. So he was a lunatic, liar, or he is the Lord. Does Jesus keep his promises? One of my favorite biblical passages is Matthew 28. Behold, I am with you always until the end of the age. Does Jesus keep his promises? He does. And how does he keep his promise? In the most blessed sacrament. Jesus gives us his body, his blood, his soul, and his divinity at every Mass, and is present in every tabernacle of the world. The first time that I was blessed to open a perpetual adoration chapel, I had this biblical verse from Matthew chapter 28 put right across the front of that chapel. Today's day 28. And on day 28, I want you to know that Matthew 28 is a promise and it's true. Behold, I am with you always. And where is he with us? In the Eucharist, at Mass. Which means right now, if you are alone, if you are worried, if you're confused, if you are lost, you have a place to go. Go to Jesus. Go to your nearest church. And if you're watching this video and it's 1 o'clock in the morning, number one, you probably should have went to bed earlier, but get in your car and go right now. I remember in 1997 when I had my conversion or my reversion, and I had just learned that Jesus was present in the Blessed Sacrament. And I remember getting to the family station wagon, and I drove to our parish church, and it was really late at night. It was dark. I don't know what time it was. It was maybe 9 or 10 o'clock at night. And I knew that he was there. I'd read about it. I'd studied about it. And I was so convinced that he was there that I drove to my parish church, and I just wanted to find him. And this was in the terrible days when a lot of churches had taken Jesus in the tabernacle and they had moved Jesus out of the church. And at my home parish, Jesus was down a hall in a separate chapel. And I didn't know where he was at. I remember walking into the church, and there was a woman that was vacuuming. I remember I'm presuming it was a cleaning company that came in late at night. And I walked in, and I remember just being all I knew is that I need to look for a golden box with a red candle. And so I walked in, and this woman was vacuuming, and she didn't hear me walking in. And so I kind of got into her view, and she turned the vacuum off, and I just said, I'm looking for Jesus. I'm looking for a gold box with a candle. I don't see that in here. Where is he at? And I remember she said, yeah, just go down the hall and take a left, and there's a little room there. And so I did, and Like I said, it was late at night. There was no light coming in from the stained glass windows. It was this tiny little chapel. And I remember opening the door and going into this dark room and seeing this red candle. And I just fell on my knees. And I knew that he was there. He kept his promise. Behold, I am with you always until the end of the age. So if you're lonely or you're afraid or you're confused, I just want you to know, like right now, you can go to your church. I want to say that even if your church is locked, you can sit on the front porch. I remember during COVID, I had the ability every day to celebrate Mass. I had the ability every day to receive Holy Communion. I remember looking out and seeing people that would drive their cars to the church and park their car facing the church, and they would just sit there in their car because they knew that Jesus was there. They knew that through their windshield and through the brick walls and through the metal door of the tabernacle that God's heart was there beating for them. You're never alone. And if you feel that you're alone, it's a lie. Because he said, behold, I am with you always until the end of the age. He waits for you. And we are consecrating ourselves to a God who makes himself fully and readily available so that we can be fully and readily available to others. Amen. Let's be the saints. Let's be his presence. Let's be his love. We have a God who fulfills his promises. Amen.
Hi, I'm Matthew Kelly, and I hope you are enjoying the spiritual pilgrimage. If you would like to help Catholics develop a greater appreciation of the power and the importance of the Eucharist, become a member of the International Society of the Eucharist today. We'll send you a free copy of 33 Days to Eucharistic Glory, a copy of the children's version, a copy of the limited edition journal, which includes an amazing Holy Week retreat. Click on the button below and become a member today. Have a great day, and remember, be bold, be Catholic. We are people of the Eucharist.